I'm Tig, and this is week 16 of me documenting my progress as a musician and guitarist. Week 16 means I've done 4 months of this now, and it's gone quicker than I thought. To be honest, I'm actually quite enjoying it. Kind of even getting into it. So in this video, I'm going to share what I got up to this week musically in all aspects, be it guitar practice, songwriting, etc. It's going to include the drum parts that I recorded thousands of miles high in the air on a flight, and the progress, lack of progress, or a lot of progress I made on the 15-minute daily picking routine that I started to do a couple of weeks back. So why was I recording drums miles high in the air on a flight? Well, if you've been watching these videos for a while, maybe even 4 months, then you'd know that I am recording some music that I'm going to release later this year. I've done most of the recording now, at least all with my guitars that I needed to do back at home before traveling out to Asia, but I'm still tying up some loose ends before getting it off to be mixed and mastered. And by tying up loose ends, I mean meticulously going through tens and tens of takes across the 6 tracks, picking out which one I should use and just, stitching everything together into something that can actually be produced together into final form. A very cumbersome task that I put myself in the hole of doing because I just recorded way too many takes. And needless to say, I've not been so excited all the time about doing this task. And I thought, what a better to crack on with this than a 4-hour flight, 4.5 hours from Bali to Bangkok. I also realized in doing so that there were a couple of songs that still needed some drum parts. And for that, I like to program the drums. And so naturally, after I wore myself down choosing between some takes, I procrastinated doing more of that and decided, okay, let me have some fun and program these drums instead. So you may remember this clip of this song that I showed a few weeks back. Well, this is what I decided to add some drums to. Needless to say, it really feels out. As always, drums for me is a process of trial and error, and one that is really very enjoyable. For the record, I do not edit drums this quick or do anything with drums this quick. I'm playing the video at 10x speed, so it's a bit more interesting to watch along with the music. Doing this on the plane, honestly, I got locked in. It really made the journey fly by. Now, how did I get on this week with the new picking routine or new practice to improve my picking and its speed that I took on 2 weeks ago? I said in the video I was going to take it on, but then all of last week I was very ill in Bali and I barely recorded anything, and I didn't do as much practice as I would have liked. There were a couple of days where I could barely get out of bed. But of course, I did get some clips, and especially within the last 5 days or so, I've kind of got back to doing it a bit more. I believe it's 2 weeks today since I said I was going to start, and I think in total I've probably done about somewhere between 7 to 10 days of actually doing this, which is not as much as I'd like to, but should be all clear from now on. So with that said, let's have a look at what the routine is looking like and how the progress is developing. So here's the first part of the practice routine, a very simple, not so nice sounding chromatic warm-up. So I recorded 15 minutes, the whole 15-minute routine, and honestly most of the recording is actually just me doing this. It was quite painful to watch back when I was cutting down the video. I don't even know what makes me stop rather than do the whole run. Clearly something just doesn't feel right in my hand in that moment. And then we move on to this one, which is slightly harder as we're moving up and down the neck, while also up and down the strings. Oh, here I go again. Let's move on quickly. This one is deceivingly hard. It had me questioning whether I'm even any good at guitar, which is really saying a lot because that doesn't really happen. I don't really do that. It really puts me to the test, and I like it because this just feels like something I should be able to do way better, so I know practicing it is going to do wonders for my playing. Here I clearly thought adding distortion and making the guitar sound nicer would improve my playing. It didn't. And here is the finale, the most fun part and the part that will sound the best when it's nailed down. And here is me playing it today, whereas the last few clips I've just showed you were around 4 or 5 days ago. So I guess there's a little bit of progress there. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching till the end, I appreciate it. If you're even slightly curious to see how I progress in my guitar practice, the songwriting, and just me in all aspects of developing as a musician and guitarist, then hit subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.